I'm used to it. No, and then I usually have a hard time falling asleep when I get home after work. It's hard, when you're all running around and come down. Okay, I get on the computer, get morphine for
That reminds me. Oh, dude.
A wireless collar?
Yeah. Always 5 is right there. Always 6 is, are you looking at that Sullivan? Always 6 is right here. No, this is hall 10. Hall 6. Sorry. I moved them.
Hi there.
Good evening, sir.
So, I'm Dr. Singh. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
Good, good. So, what's your main concern?
I don't know why I'm here. I was told that I was becoming aggressive, and I'm not, so I'm just confused.
Okay, who told you that? What do you know?
My parents, apparently, my mother called a place called the Nord Center. She showed up today at my dad's house. I live with him. I haven't seen her in about a week, and she just said that I've been becoming apparently increasingly hostile, apparently. This is all news to me, so I'm just kind of, here to calmly and cooperate, do whatever I need to do, even though I'm not sure why.
Okay.
So I'm not a threat to myself or others, never have been, never been in a fist fight in my life. But, if being stripped of my credibility is what is required for me to progress in life, I guess that's what's going to help me.
Okay, I understand. Give me
Yeah.
1 second.
I don't understand, but...
Give me 1 second. What do you do? How do you spend your day?
I'm a software engineer by trade. Right now I'm between roles. I am doing contract work through a platform called Field Nation, which is basically accepting tech work for basically a retail stores, typically like Kohl's, McDonald's, things like that. Break fix stuff.
Okay.
For when they don't have dedicated techs, within the regional area.
Okay.
At the moment, that's what I am presently doing to get by.
Alright. You live with your parents?
I do. I had a campaign a few years ago that really traumatized me, and basically a ritual abuse and torture thing that kind of like made me afraid to live alone. So I've been afraid to live alone ever since, and it just kind of started all back up, and somehow I'm here.
What are you talking about with the campaign, ritual abuse?
It's a lot to take in. Basically, I was going a little bit too deep. Yes, I live with my parents. Is the short answer. That's what I should have said.
Tell me about this ritual abuse.
Is it really necessary?
Yeah.
Why is it necessary?
To get a better understanding.
It's a lot to explain, and it's like a traumatic sort of thing to explain. I'd rather like get my sort of understand why I'm here first, and then like go deeper into that, because it's very lot to take in, like being stripped of your credibility, especially when I have so many ambitions for the future.
Okay, I understand.
Especially when I'm not hostile at all or ever been a threat to myself or others.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll keep my mouth shut for a moment.
So, you have been diagnosed with schizophrenia before, right?
I believe so, possibly. It's really a sort of a sketchy thing in my opinion. Because I understand the technology and the weapons of bedeviling times that are sort of abused by those who are in the know. And I don't have any ability to defend myself against them. Therefore, the symptoms of mental illness can manifest themselves in ways that, are remotely induced. Long story short, I know for certain that there is, nothing mentally wrong with me as far as like my demeanor towards people, the way I conduct myself, and the way I live my life. If that means I have a mental illness, that I'm living a good life, then so be it. But I don't personally believe so. But yes, there have been doctors I spoke to, and I've taken antipsychotics in the past. And sorry, it's a mouthful. It's a lot to take in because I don't know why I'm here.
How's your sleep?
Sleeps well. I sleep 4 to 8 hours a night.
How much?
4 to 8 hours.
4 to 8, okay. Do you wake up often at night?
I usually I don't know, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't think so.
How's
No.
your appetite?
I eat a healthy diet. I've been vegetarian since April 2021, and that is for a laundry list of reasons, but mainly voting with my dollar did not support factory farming. As a person who feels as though they're being farmed and exploited for profit, I don't feel that any creature should have to live their life, just to be consumed by some other creature. So I feel like voting, with my dollar in such a way and living by that principle.
Okay. How's your interest in your daily activities?
I have more hobbies than brain cells, is what my Tinder profile used to say before I was banned from Tinder on April 1st of this year, which is hilarious.
Why were you banned?
I think because I said too many jokes, and you'd start too many conversations off with things like, hey, you ever hear about trauma-based mind control? And it really isn't something that is a good pickup line.
What did you say?
I don't know. I need to actually appeal it with them because I'm pretty sure they'll let me back on. I wasn't vulgar or
You
anything.
said trauma-based mind control?
Yeah, it's not a very funny way to start a conversation with some people, but it's a thing.
Okay.
You're gonna take a call from you and Javon.
What do you mean by trauma-based mind control?
So we're going a little bit deep now, but if you look into the medical definition of it, it's a thing that's very traumatic for people who experience it, and it involves a lot of conditioning and behavioral structuring to make the victim behave according to what the handler, master, whatever you would call them, desires to get their outcome that they want.
Okay.
To get them,
And have you done this?
I am literally being abused 24 hours a day. I'm exhausted right now. I don't know why I'm here.
Who's abusing you?
I didn't want to believe that my parents were attempting to put, I don't know. Okay, I'm just here. We're kind of going a little bit deep into a topic that's irrelevant to the task at hand, which would be why I'm here, what we got to do.
I just want to understand your history a bit better right now. I have to do that.
I guess I started out.
out.
I'm switching between joking and telling, because it's I tell jokes to break the ice. I'm a little bit nervous being here. I don't know why I'm here, and I've never became aggressive with anybody today or in the past.
Okay, just tell me about this. You said you were living with your parents, but you said you were being abused 24/7.
By technology that a lot of people may not be privy to, because it's kept sort of behind closed doors to those who have access to it.
Tell me about it.
I'm not technical enough to fully explain it. I just understand the basic principles of central nervous system manipulation that done remotely via pulses of energy, which are simply generated by a coil of wire, copper.
And where is this coil of wire? And
I don't know. You gotta understand. You're going too deep into like assuming I have all the answers. All I'm saying is I'm talking about simple things, and you know, I just feel like you're kind of leading me down a path where I start to like say something that's schizophrenic sounding or perhaps paranoid. It seems like your angle, right?
Not really. I just
Okay.
wanted to understand what your thoughts are.
Okay. Sorry, I guess I'm a little bit rationally fearful based on what I've experienced today. It's a pattern of learned behavior based on my experiences today.
Has anyone abused you today directly?
My parents did a lot of lying, but I don't think that's abuse. That's just a shady thing to do. No, not directly.
Okay.
Because if it's not touching you, and it's more like telephone harassment, you know.
Okay. Do you have
Telephone harassment's a crime.
do you have any guilt?
No, actually. So I always think about this. Do I feel guilty or ashamed about something if you know it's something that I'm actually really thankful that I'm living a life where I can speak to my entire life story, and you know there be shameful moments where I'm like embarrassed, but never have I ever done anything that I feel guilt from, and I'm thankful for that.
Okay. Any desire to hurt yourself?
Never have I ever.
Okay. No previous.
My mom
attempt?
was saying that a lot today though, and I'm not sure why. It's
Who's saying that?
my mother, for whatever reason, she kept saying to the Nord Center people who showed up unannounced to me, she just kept telling them that I was like threatening to kill myself, and I was like really baffled because I've never once said that I want to kill myself or intend to.
Do you take meth, 100 mg with your coffee?
Yes, sir. I'm glad that you are communicating with each other, so there's communication. Once per day in the mornings, I take that, and I would like to go back to taking, prescription amphetamine salts as prescribed since I have since first grade, which would be majority of my life.
When you said meth, do you mean
Methamphetamine.
Yeah, but you mean
Street. Yes, it's not.
But
It's
then you're
not.
saying prescription.
So,
I'm trying
like
to
I said,
clarify.
so since first grade, I've been taking amphetamine salts, instant release, 20 milligrams twice a day. That's 40 milligrams per day. That's since
For-
first
for
grade
what,
up until about 2 or so, 3 years ago, I believe.
Yeah.
I started taking. I started augmenting the Adderall that I was prescribed with Adderall pills that I was taking or buying from people that I knew. So I was increasing the dosage on my own without going through but also still getting my prescription.
Yeah.
So
Can I see your hand for a sec?
certainly.
Okay.
So I'm dirty.
What happened?
I've been working on a car today.
Okay.
So, to continue my story, I noticed that there was a different, a slightly different, I guess, sensation. Like it wasn't. They never take it to get high. It was a really therapeutic thing. So I sent him one of the tablets that I was buying on the street to drugsdata.org's laboratory with a check for $50. And they did mass spectrometry on it and confirmed, okay, this is actually methamphetamine that I've been taking. So at that point, I kind of cried for an hour and was like, well, what am I going to do? Because of all of the things that I experienced with, and it's a lot to have a conversation about, but the dimming me down by way of the things that I'm made to experience resulted in me just... And the fact that I lost my insurance resulted in me, buying street stimulants and, bypassing the proper DEA regulated channels, which are, okay.
Do you have a psychiatrist?
I need to return to my psychiatrist, but I did before, yes.
Who was your psychiatrist?
His name was, it wasn't Kevin Nasky before, but I'm trying to remember the last guy. Farid Sabet. F-A-R-I-D-S-A-B-E-T.
B-A-T?
S-A-B-E-T.
E-T, okay. Why do you think you need to return to your psychiatrist?
Well, because I'm buying stimulants on the street, which is obviously not a controlled process where they're regulated. I could make a million jokes about drain cleaner right now. I think you get the point.
Okay, so you're concerned about the purity of the
Safety. I
longevity
mean,
behind
the
it?
culture surrounding it. Safety.
Okay.
I mean, obviously the legality too is kind of the biggest thing, and the stigmas, the potentially demerits I'm receiving on my report card right now.
What's the report card?
I'm joking. Sorry, I joke too much.
Okay. Can you tell me why you were taking it since first grade? What was the condition?
It was, I was in first grade. It was just my parents kind of put me on meds, and I was like,
through 12th grade, did they tell you what it was?
I mean, I didn't really think about it until it was high school when people were talking about, hey, Adderall, like this. I was ADHD from what I was told, and it's kind of I've noticed that the time that I've taken it versus the time I haven't, because I've on my own taken it upon myself to go off of it for a year during the course of my career, just to see how I did. That was around 2014 to 2015, and I just noticed that in the years that I take it versus the years that I don't, that the contributions I make to my portfolio and resume and just the company organizations I work for are more impactful and make more of a difference and carry more weight versus the years when I don't take it. And it, as a therapeutic tool, allows me to live a fuller life that is, awards me the cognitive capacity to be happy and successful and productive.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell me why you stopped going to your psychiatrist?
Health insurance.
Health insurance. Okay. How long has it been since you went to him?
Probably about 2 years.
Okay. And you want to get started with a new psychiatrist?
I would be okay with going to Farid Sabit again.
You want to go back to Farid Sabit? Okay.
Likely, I mean, yeah, it's possible. I really haven't thought about it. This is all kind of a thrust upon me in a very unconsensual way, and I'm not sure what I did to upset my mom so bad, but
your mom apparently said that you had some thoughts about suicide today.
She's been saying that today. It's very strange. I haven't seen her in a few weeks.
You haven't seen her in
about a week.
But she said that you had these thoughts today. You said you live with her.
No.
You said you live with your parents.
I live with my dad. My mom doesn't live there.
Okay.
Would you mind if we get your blood work and your vital signs while you guys are talking?
Oh my gosh, is there a needle?
There will be a needle, yes. It's a
I'm
little
not going to look. Don't tell me
You
when.
don't have to look.
Okay,
She's going to close her eyes too, so don't worry. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you guys can keep talking. Just this way we get stuff moving along for you, okay? Tight band
I've
first.
just learned to not even pay attention because then I don't even notice it.
Yep. Just breathe through it and keep talking to him.
Okay, so yeah, my mom doesn't live there. I've been working towards regaining my independence and living alone again.
Just see your finger.
And that's what I would like to do in the immediate future. That was weird feeling.
Oh, take your temperature.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it. So
yeah, like I said, a lot of dishonesty today. That's really upset me, but it is what it is.
why do you think your mom said that you had suicidal ideation if you were saying you did not?
I can't even speculate on that because it would be paranoid of me too. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Just keep talking and breathing, okay?
It's been a really weird few months with my dad, and some of the things that have
Just talk and breathe.
that have happened. I really